Hello. Can you hear me, Julio?
Yep, I can hear you, Max. Are you able to hear me?
Okay, Sam, I can hear you. Okay, so hi, good afternoon all. I'm Max Chen from Imej and here's Julio from Savvy Investment. So thank you for joining the live today. We have invited a company that is going to IPO to do a live with us. This company is YX Precious Metals Berhad. So some of the investor might curious what is the key point that the company that we should pay attention to. So today we will have the briefing from this company lah.
Yep.
Okay, so can we just introduce our invited guest today? Okay. Hi. Okay, so let me have a short introduce to the managing director from YX Precious Metals Berhad, Ms. Ng Xiaoqing, and the financial controller from YX Precious Metals, Mr. Samuel Xia. Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
To everyone.
Hi. Okay, so our invited guest today will give a short IPO briefing on YX Metals Precious Metal. So if you guys have any question, you may ask and post your question into the comment section. So of course, today we also have Imej Jiwa. So should I pass the section to you, Kelvin?
Thanks, Max. Samuel, maybe you can start sharing the slides first. So I will go through the IPO overview for the listing of YX Precious Metals Berhad. Okay, so as you may know, YXPM is listing on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia with a public issue of 111.6 million ordinary shares, which is 30% of its enlarged issued share capital upon listing. So 18.6 million shares will be for the Malaysian public, 11.2 million shares will be for eligible directors and employees of YXPM, directors and employees of Tome and its subsidiaries, and other persons who have contributed to the success of YXPM. 18.6 million shares will be for entitled shareholders of Tome, 16.8 million shares for private placement to selected investors, while the remaining 46.5 million shares will be for private placement to Bumiputra investors approved by MITI. So YXPM will be listing with an IPO price of 28 cents per share, which and its enlarged issued capital upon listing will be 372.2 million shares, with a market capitalization of 104.2 million ringgit upon listing. So the proceeds, they have allocated 4.4 million ringgit or 14.1% of its proceeds for the purchase of new machinery and equipment for expansion of hollow gold jewelry range. 2.5 million ringgit or 8% will be for the expansion and upgrading of operational facilities. 20.9 million ringgit or 66.7% will be for its working capital to purchase raw materials. And the remaining 3.5 million ringgit or 11.2% will be to defray listing expenses. So some key dates that you should take note that tomorrow on the 9th of June will be the closing of the IPO application for its IPO shares. And YXPM is slated to be listed on the ACE market on the 23rd of June. Public Investment Bank Berhad is the principal advisor, sponsor, sole underwriter, and sole placement agent for this listing. I will now pass the floor back to Mr. Samuel for him to present. Thank you.
Hi, thanks, Kelvin, and good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Samuel, and I'm the Group Financial Controller of YX Precious Metals Berhad. So together with me is Ms. Ng Xiaoqin, our Managing Director, and thanks for the opportunity given for the presentation on our group. So this is the shareholding structure of YXPM. Before our listing, we are wholly owned subsidiary of Tomei, and our group comprised of YXG, which is Easing Goldsmith Senjam Berhad, GBM, which is Gemas Precious Metal Industry Senjam Berhad, Emas Essaya Senjam Berhad, and GPM Refinery Senjam Berhad. So after the listing, due to the additional shares issued to public investors, we are a 70% owned subsidiary of Tomei, and the remaining 30% interest will be held by public investors. So next is our corporate overview. So basically, we are an investment holding company, and through other subsidiaries, we involve in wholesaling, design, and manufacturing of gold jewelry. We also offer other related products and services, including sale of scrap and pure gold bars, manufacture of silver chain, and the provision of refining services of precious metals. We have a robust track record of 30 years, and we accumulated over 3,000 in-house design products. We have a wide customer base and market reach, and therefore, we are proud to be a one-stop supply center for gold jewelry in Malaysia. So this is our history and our key milestone. Our group started in 1987 with the incorporation of YXG, and we commenced wholesale of gold jewelry in 1992. In 1997, we incorporate GPM, which is our manufacturing arm, and we obtained a manufacturing license from NITI by GPM in 1998. In 1999, we commenced manufacturing of jewelry and refining of precious metal. Then in 2002, we established our own in-house design team and commenced gold jewelry design. And in 2003, we started to export to Germany, Singapore, and Indonesia. So in 2006, as part as subsidiary of Tomei, YXG, GPM, and ESP were part of the listing group of Tomei on the second board of Bursa Malaysia Securities in 2006. Then Tomei was subsequently transferred to the main market of Bursa Securities in 2007. In 2015, we established our first sales office in KK, Sabah, and in 2018, we commenced 3D printing technology for our jewelry designs. Next, in 2019, we commenced manufacturing of hollow cable chain. In 2020, we commenced laser engraving technology and mold making, and we also established and commenced online sales order system. Next is our board of directors. Tan Sri Azlan bin Muhammad Zainal is our independent non-executive chairman, and he has over 45 years of working experience in the accounting and financial service sectors. Next is Ms. Ng Xiaoqin, our managing director. She has 30 years of working experience in the jewelry industry. And Dato' Ng Yiping is our non-independent, non-executive director, and he has 30 years of working experience in the jewelry industry as well. Mr. Tang Yao Sai is our independent, non-executive director, and he has more than 35 years of experience in accounting, property development, and financial service sectors. Ao Yiling is our independent, non-executive director, and she has 23 years of working experience, of which 20 are in legal practice. And lastly, Wong Pai Li is our independent non-executive director, and she has over 20 years of working experience in the investment-related industry and 5 years in the media industry. Next is our group business overview. So we are a one-stop supply center of gold jewelry. And within our gold jewelry segment, we do design and manufacture of gold jewelry products. We also do wholesale of gold jewelry, and we also offer other related products and services. We have a capable design team which comprise in-house designer, and they allow the group to customize product design to cater to clients' requirement. As of 2 May 2022, we have accumulated approximately 3,000 in-house jewelry design, of which 420 are active design used in the group manufacturing operations. And we have 4 registered industrial designs. Our manufacturing operation utilizes a combination of handmade craftsmanship with innovative technology to create a wide range of jewelry pieces. We are specialized in manufacturing chain jewelry products, and we are equipped with 38 chain cutting machines. Next is our wholesale operation, and our wholesale operation provide option of selecting either in-house design or external manufacturers design to cater to our customers' diverse needs. We have a wide market reach covering whole of Malaysia and export to Singapore, Germany, Myanmar, and Hong Kong. We source gold jewelry from a wide supplier base of approximately 50 external manufacturers and a group in-house manufacturing arm, which is GPM. So we have diverse customer base comprising jewelry retailers, wholesalers, and manufacturers. In KL, we have 11 sales personnel who service entire Peninsular Malaysia and export markets. In KK, Sabah, we have 4 sales personnel and they are servicing the entire of East Malaysia. In relation to other related products and services, our sales of scrap and pure gold bars are made available upon customer request and on ad hoc basis and dependent on the availability of gold bars in the group inventory. We also manufacture silver chain and is mainly manufacture 2 types, which are semi-finished metal chain in spool form and finished silver chain jewelry products. We also offer refining services for precious metal, and we believe that provision of refining services will complement our group internal manufacturing process and allows our group to control quality of the products. So the following is the range of gold jewelry offered by us. We provide all kinds of jewelry sets, pendants, necklace, rings, anklet, bangles, earrings, and also bracelets. So in relation to business independent, we are a distinct entity and we do not rely on Tomei, which is our parent company. So basically, YXPM, we operate in the manufacturing and wholesaling of gold jewelries, whilst our holding company Tomei operates in the retailing of various precious metals and also gemstone jewelries. So our main products are gold jewelries such as necklace, bracelet, anklets, basic chain, bangles, ring, pendants, and earrings. Whilst Tomei, they offer various types of precious metal and gemstone jewelries such as diamond, sapphire, pearls, jet, gold, white gold, rose gold, and platinum jewelries. So we also differ in terms of customer base, where our customer mainly comprise intermediaries and jewelry manufacturer, while Tomei customer base comprise mainly end consumer, which are the individuals and corporate customers. And they also sell some jewelry to jewelry manufacturers, but only scrap and pure gold bars. Next, we will continue to our group financial highlight. So our revenue has increased over the years from 137.5 million in 2018 to 265.5 0.4 million in 2021. This is mainly attributed to higher sales volume over the years. And our gross profit ranged from 3.2% to 9.9% for the period 2018 to 2021. And we experienced an increase in gross profit from 4.4 million in 2018 to 17.4 million in 2020. However, there was a slight decrease in gross profit to 14.3 million in 2021, mainly due to lower average selling price as well as higher inventory carrying costs brought forward from 2020. So in relation to our profit before tax or loss before tax, our PBT has also increased from 1.4 million in 2018 to a profit of 12.4 million in 2020. However, we experienced a reduction of profit before tax to 9.3 million, mainly due to the reduction in gross profit. Our profit after tax has also increased from a loss of 1.4 million to a profit of 9.4 million in 2020. However, we also experienced a reduction in net profit to 7.1 million in 2021, mainly due to reduction in gross profit as explained earlier. So next is our revenue segmentation by sources of gold jewelry products. As you can see, we have approximately 60% of our products externally sourced, or more than 30% is in-house manufactured, and the remaining 3% are other related products and services. Next is the revenue segmentation by geographical markets. And as you can see, more than 96% of our revenue are derived in Malaysia, and the remaining 2 or 3% are export market, which mainly export to Singapore. In Malaysia, we experienced a good revenue growth mainly from East Malaysia, where our revenue has increased from 57 million in 2020 to 128 million in 2021, mainly due to higher volume sold, as we have a sales office in Malaysia to service the customer there better. Next is in relation to our financial position. We have 79.9 million in total assets, 59.2 million in total equity, 20.7 million in total liabilities, and and we have 8.9 million in cash and cash equivalent. So our current ratio has improved from 3.31 times in 2020 to 3.82 times in 2021. And our net gearing ratio has also reduced from 0.39 times in 2020 to 0.30 in 2021. Next is our growth strategy. So in relation to the utilization of proceeds, we intend to utilize 4.4 million for the purchase of new machinery and equipment for the expansion of hollow gold jewelry range. And we also plan to use 2.5 million for the expansion and upgrading of our operational facilities. Next, we also intend to use 20.9 million for the working capital, and this is specifically to purchase raw materials for our operations. We also intend to use the remaining 3.5 million to defray the estimated listing expenses. So in relation to our future plans and strategies, firstly, we target to expand our hollow gold jewelry range. We plan to expand the group products by offering blockchain in both solid and also hollow form, as we believe the provision of hollow gold jewelries will allow our group to target the more affordable segment. We also plan to expand and upgrade our operational facilities. We plan to automate our manufacturing process to enhance the group operational efficiencies and also reduce reliance to manual worker. We also plan to install ERP and MES system to streamline and integrate wholesaling and manufacturing operations, as well as our backroom activity. Lastly, we plan to upgrade surveillance facilities to provide greater security. Finally, we plan to provide refining and assaying services to external customers. This is to expand the group services to include refining and assaying services, as we believe that through the new services, it will provide the group with additional revenue stream. And next is our investment highlights. And you may wonder why you should invest in us. The following is our key strength point. Firstly, we are a gold jewelry specialist. Our group wholesale operations are supported by its in-house design team and manufacturing operations. And thus, we are able to offer our customers exclusivity of gold jewelry designs. You promptly address opportunities created by new industry design trends and also buyer preferences. We are also a one-stop supply center for gold jewelry. So our group is a supply center with wide range of gold jewelry, where we offer more than 10,000 stock keeping units to cater to our customers' requirement. And this provides us with the option to option to purchase in small quantities with a mix of various design offered by us. So we also have a wide customer base and market reach. We have cultivated a wide customer base comprising jewelry retailers, wholesalers, and manufacturers. We have approximately 300 customers in every financial year covering Peninsular Malaysia and East Malaysia. So we also have a strong track record of approximately 30 years, and our group commenced wholesaling of gold jewelry since 1992 and manufacturing of gold jewelry since 1999. And therefore, with our established track record, it enabled the group to garner trust among its customers and also serve as an important reference for potential customers and ability of the group to sustain and grow the business. Finally, we have an experienced senior management team, of which our Managing Director, Ms. Ng Xiao Chin, has approximately 30 years of experience in jewelry industry. We are also supported by the key senior management team who have been with the group for at least 20 years. Lastly, I would like to end my presentation and thank you for giving us this opportunity for the presentations.
All right. Okay. So first, I would like to congratulate your success to listed in Bursa, and we have prepared some questions to ask. So I would like to pass to Julio for the first question.
All right. So first thing first, thank you, Ms. Ng and Mr. Samuel, for your time and for allowing this session to be conducted. So I have few questions regarding the relationship between YXPM and Tomei. All right. So as what we understand being shared by Mr. Samuel, that initially YXPM is under Tomei, and now they are sort of like separating into a new entity. So some of the audience, they own Tomei share, all right, and they would like to understand how does this, relationship between Tomei and YXPM will be moving forward in future, and will there be any sort of like future development both to working together, or will we see a separation between business focus? Do you mind share with us a little bit of idea on this part?
Okay, as Samuel has shared in his presentation, Tome is mainly the focus is retailing. They serve end user customers, whereas for YXPM Group, we sell to the retailers, manufacturers, trade customers rather than end consumers. So we focus mainly on gold jewelry, whereas Tome will be on um, varieties like diamonds, sapphires, all sort of jewelries. Yeah. So as of Tome, whether the future development, we will continue to strengthen ourselves as the manufacturer and wholesaler of gold jewelry. So we supply not only to Tome, but also to 300 over customers all over Malaysia. We do export. So moving forward, Tome will be just one of our customers. Yeah, in terms of management wise, we are quite independent. We have our own boards, they have theirs. So we while they are my parent company, they will give support. As at today, the sales for Tome is less than 10%, and I believe moving forward, it won't be a much deviation from what is happening here. Yeah.
All
We
right.
the reason why we go for listings is because we see good opportunity, not just Tome, but the whole industry and overseas market. But at this moment, because Malaysian market, we feel that there are so much more that we can do. So we rather focus locally. Yeah.
Understand. Thank you, Miss Ng. Yeah, so the follow-up question is basically, when we look into the, major customer of YXPM for the past 5 years, we can see that there's a reduction from Tomei as a major customer. So the idea was trying to understand whether there's a deviation in terms of diversification, all right? In terms of customer reach, or will we see like long-term relationship? And I think you already answered me some of it. Thank you so much. Yeah. So another questions that some of the audience sort of like trying to understand. We are seeing YXPM as sort of like they are working business to business, meaning say your customer will be Tomei and all retailers that reaching the end customer. But do we foresee that YXPM will, because your main product will be under jewelry, will have like small section of trying to go for a end customer? Are we
No,
seeing that kind of approach in future?
the answer is no. So
All right.
we will not serve end customers. It's part of the group strategy that we focus in what we are good in doing, because end user you involve a lot of brandings or all these things. But whereas for us, we want to be very focused in creativity, designs, delivering the best jewelry products, and not about marketing. We let the chain store do their own marketing. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And before I leave, I pass my next question to Max. Last question will be because YXPM is under manufacturing, and there's also a design and research operation inside. So is getting a employee, all right, that is specialized in this kind of sector is a challenging for YXPM, or this is something that it is easily fine. And what kind of retention rate when any new employee coming in working in this environment going to be? Yeah.
Okay, it's for us. We started with one designer, and then slowly grow into two, three, and four. In terms of designer, not so difficult to find, because Mara College or certain college does offer designing courses. But to cater for internal, when they come here, we also train them for the like for example using CAD system or CAM system. These are the things that maybe they don't teach as much in a college. So on job training, so I believe getting the right people is not easy, but we do have people who are staying with us for more than 10 years or so, because I think they see opportunity to learn more. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Ng, for your time. Over to you, Max. I think no. I have few more questions, but let's change.
Okay. So I would like to ask some question about the IPO proceed. Okay, so as mentioned in the briefing, so one of the purpose of this IPO is to for the expansion on hollow gold jewelry. So based on financial year 2021, the solid gold jewelry is contribute around 70% of the group total revenue, and the hollow gold jewelry contribute around 26%. So my question is, after the IPO, what is the group expectation on the future changes on the both solid gold and hollow gold jewelry percentage changes, and how you do that? Will you just increase the sales on hollow gold jewelry, or will you decrease the manufacturing on solid gold and pass some resource on into hollow gold?
Well, for us, you see, because gold price is getting very high, so um, if the budget to buy a gold jewelry is 500, in the past you can only buy, in the past if you can buy like 2 grams, now you can only, if in the past you can buy 4 grams, nowadays you can only buy 2 grams. So, but then the 2 gram, if it's the same solid, jewelry, then you see the jewelry shrinking and shrinking over the years. So that's why there is a demand for hollow. It looks like it's like 4 gram, but actually it's only 2 grams. So we foresee that moving forward, the demand for hollow jewelry will be higher. So in terms of percentage composition of jewelry, is it hollow or solid? I will say solid is still there, but the percentage will be more for hollow jewelry.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I
So
just continue.
all in all, I will say that there will be. It's just we will strive to have higher revenue, but with this higher the increase in the revenue, the percentage of hollow jewelry will also increase. Yeah.
Okay, so overall, the both segment will grow together,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. But hollow will grow more. Yeah.
Mm. So okay, so I just follow with one more question, then I will pass back to Julia. So my second question is, based on the IPO prospectus, okay, we can see the manufacturing service is provided by external jewelry manufacturer is increasing in the past few years. Okay, and up to last year, the group have around 67% of the jewelry is uh, provided by external manufacturer. So may I know in the futures, okay, is the group will continue realize on more on external jewelry manufacturer, or it will lesser since the part of the IPO proceed will use on expansion and upgrading on current operation facilities?
It's the same thing like you asked me for the hollow jewelry, the composition. For here, we foresee that the expansion of hollow jewelry will be mainly by our Gemas Precious Metal, our own in-house group. But all in all, we're still looking for expansion. So percentage wise, even if it's the same, but the overall total, if you look at quantity wise, both will be more. Yeah. So percentage maybe remain, but then you are looking at a bigger market share. Yeah. The IPO proceeds, the aim is to increase the market share, not just to increase hollow chain. Yeah. So we
Oh,
will still work closely with our external, supplier while we focus on doing better hollow design products, we will still maintain a healthy relationship with our external manufacturer.
Okay, I see. Continue with the same question. Okay, since while the market continues to grow, so since you guys will give more order to the external manufacturer, right? Okay.
Sorry, when the
If the
sorry,
business continue,
uh,
if the business continue to grow, then
uh,
you guys will pass more and more orders to the external manufacturer, right?
not
So
really. We will pass, for example, if I increase 100,000 of sales, then the increment of this 100,000, if current ratio is 70,000 to external and 30,000 to internal, I believe we will still continue at the same so-called
then
ratio. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, there's no intention to deviate too much. Is like now the external manufacturers are not supporting us well, not really, but we see there's a demand for hollow jewelry, so we want to be, because the choices that we get from external manufacturers are quite limited. So we want to internally build a better range of hollow gold jewelry. While we build up this whole range of hollow jewelry, we also reach out to more customers who will also need those generic products from outside customers. So it will grow together. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Then will they have any risk that the external manufacturer will increase their charges in the future? Any potential
Well,
for
well,
them?
actually, with this current market situation, everything increase in price, including workmanship, all these things, because to get labors, all over the place is everything is going higher. So even if they increase our price, I mean, my competitor will also face the same problem. So we don't see it such a big challenge for us. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all for me. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Max. So I think the interesting part here is with the current market situations, like Max have shared and Misan have shared. There's a lot of like increase in price, and also gold price also showing a higher uh, commodity price. So do you guys mind share the idea of how you will see on the operation level and also on the business level the expectation? Will we see a challenges in getting more sales, or will we see a much more challenges in getting all the gold, right? Because now, as you have mentioned, gold price are getting higher and higher. And is that the reason why under the IPO, right? The IPO proceeds, most of the IPO proceeds are being used to invest in raw material, so that the company can clear, or put this in inventory and work as a hedge while gold goes up. Is this the idea that the management are seeing at the moment?
Well, for us, because we are selling gold jewelry, so it's like if you have more stock, then you tend to sell more. So why the whole, big chunk of the money is going to buy the inventory is because if you have more inventory, now we are, supplying to 300 customers, and all over in Malaysia, there are thousands of retailers, but because we capital wise we have our limitations. So with this IPO, we believe we can reach out to more customers, serve them better. Some of these customers, we give small amount or short term credit terms. So all this will be quite, capital, the capital required is quite substantial. Yeah, it's not just, it's not hedging or whatever, but it's more like you have more stocks, you tend to sell more. Yeah.
Got it.
So
All right.
that's happening. Yeah. In terms of challenges, I mean, if you look at gold price 30 years ago, I remember, the gold price was just 30 ringgit per gram. Now it's
Yeah.
250. You see, if there is a dampened demand or not, I say no, we are selling more because gold price getting more expensive. So inflation, people in the past you buy, 10 ringgit. Now they mentally prepare to buy 20 ringgit, for example. But they don't, I say people when they buy gold, they always feel good because they feel this one is a saving, wealth preservation, So the workmanship that you pay in relation to the gold that you pay is very small amount. So people actually make money. I have a friend, she likes to buy gold jewelries, and over the years she saved so much that she sell her jewelry and she bought a house for her child. Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting story. Yeah. All right, Ms. Ng, another questions following with the idea of IPO, allocation that being shared by Max earlier. Do you mind share with us, just I'm trying to understand on an idea where with the investment on all the machines that you have bought, all right, and you can see by the idea of investing in machinery, we will see, on the operation level, we'll see much more better in efficiency and also effectiveness, and also the production output will be much more bigger, and also on the financial level will be more assumed to be more efficient. All right. So what kind of numbers, or not say numbers as in specific, what kinds of goal that you're looking into purchasing these machineries, and that will allow us to see maybe better margin or maybe better output? So which one of this machinery that the management buying focus into, either output or efficiency on the whole operation level?
Well, I would say efficiency is the key because, you know, like, everywhere very difficult to find workers, manual labors very difficult to find. So if we are able to automate some of this process, then our production costs will also, cheaper in long run. So then in terms of margin will be better if, let's say, you are able to automate a lot of the manual work. Yeah. So I would say it's both. So, in terms of the computer system, when you're more efficient, your turnover rate is higher, you keep less stock, less redundant stock. All this will increase in efficiency and also reduce in your cost. Yeah. I would say both. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so I think, last question from me, before I pass it to Max, is that um, because YXPM, I believe 90% of the cost comes from raw material. All right, and the fluctuation of gold price, in a way, all right, in my opinion, will affect the cost of operation. Does the management have any risk mitigation for this part, or we just look into an approach where um, the cost may be transferred to your customer, or how? Yeah, do you mind share a little bit about this idea?
Okay, for us, it's like we sell at prevailing market price, meaning that if the gold price is going up, we sell at a higher price. Every day the price
Yeah.
changes, so we charge customer based on the prevailing market price. So when price go higher, we just charge higher. So there will be, but if it's going down, we also sell lower. So the impact on financial will be if your carrying cost is high and you sell low, then it will, your margin will be less. But if the other way around, if it's going up and your carrying cost is lower, then you sell at a better margin. So, but gold price is not forever going up or forever coming down, it fluctuates. So from our past experience is 90% of the time, is average out. This quarter maybe a little bit better margin, or next quarter a little bit lower, but it will average out because for us, we buy whenever we sell, we also buy back. So we don't speculate like this quarter we suddenly buy a lot, next quarter less, something like that. Even gold price going higher, we also need to buy. Otherwise, we will not have enough, inventory to sell. So it's just buying a bit more, a bit less, something like that. But all in all, we practice this habit of, after we sell, we will buy back. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer. Yeah, over to you, Max.
Okay, so for me, okay, so as just now, Ms. Ng did mention, you guys are serve around 300 plus customer, right? So, and I just checked out on the IPO prospectus, and uh, noticed that around almost 90% of the client is retailer and wholesaler. Only approximately 5 is manufacturers. Okay, so or can we say that the reseller is the main customer, right? So in the future, may I know what is the strategy from for the group to connect more reseller in terms of increase the client base?
For us, the selling point is always quality and design. So our quality of products, if so we screen through all. Even if we buy from external manufacturer, we make sure the quality is good. We only deal with you know suppliers who are able to provide a good standard or good quality products. So in a way, when retailers they buy from us, they are quite, you know, they are assured of the quality. So design is another thing that because we have in-house design team, we are able to provide designs whereby our other competitors will not be able. We have our unique selling point as like certain design competitors are not able to source outside. So stickiness, well, is the design. I would say the design, whether your design is appealing to customers, they will come back to us. Yeah, the quality and the design. Yeah, that's where we work on. Yeah, and the delivery dates, the service that we how our salesmen delivered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true for a good business focus on a good product, good
Yeah.
service, and the client will
Yeah.
continue to come.
Sometimes I tell my salesman, we not only selling gold, we also sell service. Yeah, to
Okay.
be responsive to them. Some wholesalers, when the gold price is going very aggressively going high, they will say, why not I wait for 2 days, then I start to sell, because wait for 2 days, gold price even higher, I get better margin. For us is that even if there is anticipation that the gold price will go up, we will still serve the customers, because customers will want to buy at a very good price. When the price drop, we will have the inventory they require. It's not sometimes I have stock, sometimes I don't have, or I speculate like this, I can make more. But for us, we place customers number one. So we have been consistently delivering what they need. Good times, bad times, high price, low price. That's how we gain our market share over the years. Yeah.
See. So thanks for your answer, and I have last question from me, and then I will ask the question from the comment section. So my last question is, as we know, if you want to manufacture a product, then the gold raw material you are buying by using your own cash and also borrowing. So from the IPO proceed, we noticed that most of a part of the IPO proceed we used to buy the gold material. So uh, will we see in the future company will slowly clear out the short-term liability and make it become a net cash company? Are you plan to do that?
Not really. You see, like I shared with you earlier, our plan is to expand the market share. So we are very comfortable with the borrowings that we have currently because our gearing ratio is about eventually will be 0.3, now it's 0.3, is it? Eventually will be 0.2. So we are quite comfortable with the the borrowings that we have with the banks. So it's more we want to expand, the business more. Yeah.
Just to add on, our borrowings are mainly overdraft, our banker acceptance as well as RC, which allow us, to utilize it for our short-term working capital management. Yeah, it's more on a short-term basis, instead of long-term borrowings like loans, etc.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't use 100% of our OD, so our borrowings are mainly RC
Yes.
and bank
B,
bank
bank, BA,
BA
banker acceptance,
banker acceptance are all short term.
all short-term.
You have sales, then you use. If you don't have sales, then you don't use. So and those rates are quite at a quite, I would consider a reasonable rate. So we are not looking at reducing it.
Okay, okay. So thanks. So I think that's all for my question. Julia, do you have any question?
Yeah, I have few more questions before we pass it to our, our audience. So I think Ms. Ng shared an interesting sharing earlier on. It's about the unique selling point of YXPM. All right. So I just wanted to understand, do you mind share with us more on the unique selling point of YXPM? One of it that you have shared is the sophistication of the design of the company YXPM able to produce to their customer. So maybe you can share a little bit of one. Will more sophisticate or complex design give you more revenue or higher margin, or will it be the same as other products, right? Where they measure based on the gold weight. All right, that will be the first question. Second is, other than the design part, what are the unique selling point that will be attractive? Let's say other customer will want to work with YXPM.
So for us is of course if you have unique design and very appealing design, you are able to fetch higher labor charges. That's for sure. So the margin will be higher. That's why one of the reason why we maintain, certain portion of our products doing internally also because, and others external because, we want to focus because with the limited funds is always limited. So with the limited funds, we want to focus on, jewelries which will fetch us higher margin. Yeah, that's a strategy behind also, Yeah. So your other question is what is
The
your uh,
other unique selling point that your customer will like to work with you, yeah, compared to your competitors.
like I share with you, we are very consistent in delivering our
Mhm.
services, meaning that whenever, for example, there is a plunge in a gold price, they will say, I want to fix today's price. We will never say no, because today's price is cheaper, but we will sell at whatever price that they want to fix, because back end wise, if they buy at a cheap price, we also buy back at a cheaper price. Our inventory will also average down, the price. But a lot of people cannot do that because whenever customer want to fix price, they have to buy back to back cash, for that amount. They are not able to do that. But whereas for us, we have the capability to fix any amount you want for the same day. That's our strength. I would say that's our strength. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So I will say customer will be able to expect consistency in quality, and also how they are able to work with you.
Yes.
Yeah, that will be like interesting sharing. Thank you. So I think this will be the last question that I have. All right.
And then, sorry, for us, internal quality, because we have our own essay, facilities. Every batch of gold jewelry that we produce, we check through. So the check is quite thorough. Even from external manufacturer, we check before we sell to customers. That's why they have the comfort to work with us.
All right, thank you. So it will be quality, consistency, and the sophisticated design that YXPM able to produce. Okay, so I think this will be my last question. I just wondered, all right, whether because at the point of time we are seeing a lot of technology are being utilized, even under the brick and mortar industry, they're trying to at least integrate all the technology that are present now. Will YXPM go to that direction where develop their own apps, or they have their own all these technology, I think such as NFTs, all of this idea? Do we see this kind of idea in future?
Well, I would say the world is changing. So because of all this technology, I'm very excited about all this because we see rooms for improvements, and we see opportunities where if we can transform ourselves, then we can bring the business into another level. Yes, we are looking at all this, yeah.
All right, thank you. So I think that will be my questions for now. Max, I'll hand over to you. Yeah.
Okay, so I saw an audience ask some question. Okay, some of the question I will help to answer lah. Okay, since for example, will your production cost be affected by gold price indirectly? So as Ms. Ang and Mr. Samuel mentioned just now, okay, uh, the gold price is one of the raw material cost lah. So, but they did mention they will control the cost fairly. And then, okay, you did mention I'm still not convinced why I should apply for the IPO. I would say that this briefing for audience is to more understand this company. It's not a buy sell recommendation. So I can answer that. Okay. So third question is, are you going to give dividend in the futures? From my personal, what I see is just now, Ms. Santi mentioned, company is feeling in the developing phase. So I guess wouldn't have.
I can answer this question. There is no formal
Okay.
dividend policy that we have, but for us, we have a comfortable cash flow position. And we want to balance out. To me, is that we have to take care of the employees, number one. Then next, our shareholders. I personally see it as my responsibility to deliver to both the employees and to the shareholders and to customers. So even though we don't have a formal dividend policy, but I would say that this is something that we are serious about now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I think there is a very good answer for those investors. Okay. Um, I think lastly is he uh, he asked, okay, who are your competitor and client? So maybe you see whether you guys can share some example, and then yeah.
Competitors actually is in a prospectus, right?
Yeah.
And customers. Yeah.
So our customer is mainly the retailers,
Yeah.
and some other jewelry
If
wholesalers.
you look at
Yeah.
our major customers, the top five, everyone is like about 3%. So I would say that our customers, we don't depend on one single very big customers, but our customers are spread all across.
Okay. We'll diversify into. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I
In the
think
prospect, there is a write out of who are in the wholesale and manufacturing space, but it's not nice that I spell out loud.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. We understand. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the question from us. So
I think last question, Max, sorry for interrupt. Yeah, is
okay.
this is the interesting question that I usually ask is that because we are we are broadcasting this in public. So what are the things that you want your audience or your customer to think about YXPM whenever someone said about YXPM? What are the ideas that you wish the public to see and to imagine?
Okay, so YXPM, we have a history of 30 years. The thing that even for my customers, like I say, we wanted, or not to say wanted lah, we have been very consistent in what we are delivering. We have been very responsible for what we are doing. So I think it's a trade whereby trust and reputation counts. So we really take our name, very very seriously, and we want to be proud of this YXPM name. you know so to share with everyone, YX stands for Yi Sing. Yi is my grandmother's name. So what do I want to customers to think of when you talk about YXPM? Is that reputation that counts. With that's why when you say about dividend policy, all these things, I say we are responsible to the public money. We are very careful with whatever that we are doing. So in terms of deliveries and business wise, I would say you are investing in solid gold, whereby it's not like other products where over the years you condemn or whatever. It's you have a base stock whereby is inflation hedge against inflation, but you have the upside of we are a creative company whereby we the base stocks is just a stock, but we create value out of the stocks that we are working on.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Ng, for sharing. So, and also Mr. Samuel for giving us a brief of the whole presentation. All right. So, I think, on behalf of Max from Invest Kaki and me from Savvy, we would like to thank, for your time and for the audience, right? I hope the audience enjoy this sharing and better, right? What does YXPM do and how, basically, meet online, right, directly and listen to them directly, other than from us. Yeah. So that will be the whole session. Any last word, Max, from your end before we close this session?
I'm Daniel for me and Sam. Okay, thanks for Misang and Samuel. And I think
You.
you guys have been running for a few platform to sharing on your company. Okay, so thanks a lot. Okay.
Yeah. We
Thank
hope
you
you
very
have
much.
we hope you have a pleasant sharing during this 1 hour session, and we are looking forward to maybe in future we can work together again.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.